this video, I'm going to give you an ultimate guide on how to rank up your weapons fast in Modern Warfare 2, getting all your guns to max rank so you can work on those camo challenges. I'm going to go over 10 different methods in this video, with some max ranking your gun in 20 minutes. If that sounds good to you, leave a like rating, but let's get into the first method. This is by far the most effective method I've found for playing the game and getting XP. That's by playing KillConfirmed. Now, this is by far the best game mode for getting weapon XP in my opinion, because there is multiple things happening within the game mode that grant you weapon XP. Firstly, by killing enemies, you're getting weapon XP, but then picking up the tags also gives you weapon XP. If you want to be running around the map sucking up every tag you can see like you're a vacuum cleaner, throw your KD out the window and don't care about trying to rack up a massive kill streak. Just literally go and play the objective and get as many tags as possible. The very important tip is that if you do get killed and the enemy does not pick up your tag, please run over and try and pick that thing back up, because you get awarded 250 XP. Now, a really effective method you can do within KillConfirmed is actually rank up 2 weapons at the same time. Say, for example, I'm trying to rank up an SMG and a sniper. What I'll do is I'll jump into KillConfirmed and I'll kill people with the SMG, and I'll swap to my second weapon and I'll pick up the tag with the second weapon in my hands, and that will count as weapon XP as well. Will definitely get you killed in a few situations, constantly weapon swapping, but trust me, you'll be ranking up both your primary weapon and your secondary weapon at a similar speed by doing this method. And if you max rank your primary but your secondary still isn't there, then swap your primary to a different weapon and start ranking that up while still switching to your secondary when picking up the tags. Now, the second method is one that I'm sure you've seen a lot of people do within multiplayer games, and that is to use the decoy grenades as a tactical. Within Modern Warfare 2, if you simply throw decoy grenades to where enemy players are or where gunfights are going to happen, you are going to be getting weapon XP every time the decoy grenade goes off. Now, here is my perfect class setup for the decoy grenade strategy. You want to make a perk package that has resupply as your bonus perk. Resupply recharges your equipment every 25 seconds. So as long as you stay alive, you can throw continuous decoy grenades within one life, continuously getting weapon XP. The base perks and ultimate perk can be whatever you want, but ultimate I would go between ghost or quick fix. Now, the third method ties in this decoy grenade but to a different game mode, being Hardpoint. This is a game mode which focuses solely on players rushing to a specific location on the map. This is an absolutely perfect opportunity for you to be constantly throwing decoy grenades at the hardpoint. Naturally, this is going to be a little bit more of a sweatier game mode than other modes like KillConfirmed. If you're slaying out with the gun you want to try and rank up, as well as throwing decoys, you are easily going to get 2 to 3 weapon ranks per game, as long as you're getting a good amount of kills as well. I have no idea if Infinity Ward are going to nerf the amount of weapon XP you get from decoys constantly going off. That might happen at some point. If so, I'll let you know via the pinned comment in this video, but right now, this is the best way to help me rank up guns to max rank within about an hour to 2 hours of gameplay. Fourth method in this video is going to be search and destroy. Now, I know what you're thinking. What? Why would you do search and destroy? Well, in search and destroy, every kill you get is 300 weapon XP. Comparing that to other modes like team deathmatch, domination, even KillConfirmed, this is between 3 to 6 times more XP per kill than in those modes. If you're someone that is confident that they can hold their own in search and destroy, pick up 10 plus kills per game, you're going to be getting a lot of weapon XP per match. This method is definitely not for someone that wants to have a casual multiplayer session. Next method in this video is going to be in the game mode Invasion. Invasion contains 20 real players as well as 20 bots on both teams. If you can make your way to the other side of the map where enemies are spawning, you will also be able to see where the bots are spawning in via the helicopters, and you'll be able to continuously farm kills. These bots grant you near enough the same amount of weapon XP as it would to a real player. They spawn into the map every 30 seconds or so. If you run a piece of equipment like the tactical insertion so you can make your spawn point closer to where the bots are, you can continuously kill these bots and farm them, because at the start of the game, they're going to be very weak, they're not going to be very clever, and will make for easy kills. Around halfway into the game, the bots will start to get stronger, they'll have armor, they'll be a little bit more smart, so this farming method won't be as useful by that point. I would definitely say this is one of the weaker strategies out of all the methods in this video, just because it's just not very fun and it's not that easy to do, purely because a lot of people know about this method and enemies will probably be watching the bots to see if there are any enemy players around trying to farm them. But if you want a bit of a break from sweaty normal multiplayer and you want to kill some bots on bigger maps, then this could be a method for you. If you combine these bots as well as killing normal players, you might be able to rack up a few weapon XP levels, but definitely faster methods, which we'll be jumping into now. That being in the mode Ground War. Now, within Ground War, there are no bots, it's just 32v32. There are lots of players to kill, although most of them will probably be sniping. So this is what you want to do instead, is you want to go and use vehicles such as tanks. Within the Ground War mode, the objective is to capture points. Now, within the tank, you can go ahead and capture these points to get XP. You can also kill players whilst in the tank using the turrets, and that also counts as weapon XP for the weapon that you were holding when you went into the tank. And you can farm a lot of kills within the tank, and it's a lot of fun. There's a variety of different tanks to use in ground war as well, such as light tanks, APCs, heavy tanks. If your team get a good map flow where only one objective is held by the enemy, then you know they can only spawn at one place, and you can just rain fire on them with these tanks. It's important in ground war that literally everything you do that gains you XP will also get you weapon XP. So capturing these objectives, getting kills, using decoy grenades, destroying tanks, destroying kill streaks, that will all give you weapon XP. There is one specific method in ground war which is absolutely disgusting and is very hard to do, and you need to use the suppression mine field upgrade on a heavy tank. Now, the circumstances to get this to work perfectly are really difficult, but you need to throw this suppression mine on the hull on top of a tank, and it should give you ridiculous weapon XP. Like, we're talking several levels, but it is really difficult to do. It seems IW are constantly nerfing the XP rate you get with this trick. But by all means, on ground war, run this as one of your field upgrades, but definitely don't go out of your way to do it because it is so difficult to do. Ultimately, not worth the headache. But now we're going to get into the methods which will get you max rank within 20 minutes. And the way to do it is to play Spec Ops. Huge credit goes to YT Lukey for discovering this method, but this is ridiculous and can be done on any of the 3 missions. But for this specifically, we're going to choose the Defender Mount Zaya. This method, you're going to want to choose the medic as your kit. As soon as you land, you'll see a bunch of weapons on this bench that you can pick up and choose as the weapon you want to rank up. For this example, I'm going to choose the P890 pistol, which I currently have at rank 9. Now, this trick is something I definitely don't think the developers thought about, but when your teammate dies, you can revive them, and by reviving them, you get weapon XP. The trick here is the player is going to constantly keep dying by being out of bounds, and by you reviving them, you're getting weapon XP every time. It's this spot on the dirt track where if the player revived moves slightly forwards, they will instantly die, and you just want to keep reviving them. Every time you do, you're going to be gaining weapon XP. Now, sure, this isn't the most exciting way to play the game, but if you want to rank up a gun incredibly quickly with no time at all, and you have a teammate willing to do this, you can get a gun from level 1 to max rank in just over 20 minutes of constantly reviving. And this particular mission is also so good because there are so many different weapons to choose on that bench, such as the P890, the RPG. Just a few examples of guns which are very tricky to rank up in normal multiplayer. Fast forward about 15 minutes and ending the game, if I go to my classes, you'll now see that the P890 is rank 22, showing that this is without doubt the fastest way to rank up a gun inside of the game. This can be done on the other Spec Ops missions as well, but I don't know if there are any areas that let the second player die instantly like you're seeing in this. The other missions have specific weapons such as the Peeler, which is definitely a pain to rank up normally. The second to last method is a method for you to rank up your guns without you even playing the game. Between 1 to 2 hours, you'll have a gun fully max rank, and this is an AFK trick in Spec Ops. Want to go on the mission low profile and have the second player leave so you're in a solo game. Make sure you've got the gun that you want to rank up in your hand and drop down on the C objective, taking out the players on the roof, dropping down into the second room and then closing this door. You then want to look down, and where you see hold to use snake cam, you just want to keep continuously holding down the button that is being prompted for you to activate this. And once you're in snake cam, hold your button to leave snake cam, and what should happen is your body should have duplicated. So you'll see your crouched body on the door still, but you'll now be able to roam around and no one will be able to kill you. Now, IW is very likely to change this trick very soon, so use this while you can. But now that you can't be killed, you just want to go around and kill all the AI around this, as well as pick up the first radioactive object here. There are 3 potential spots for it. Once you've done that, you now want to make your way over to either A or B, and then clear out all of the enemies, and again, find and pick up that radioactive object so that there is 1 remaining. Once you're set here, this is where the trick of not actually playing comes in. From here, you can just sit in a corner and literally do anything else. You can go outside, you can do some homework, watch a movie, touch grass, whatever you want to do. But whilst your player is sat there not doing anything, you are actually gaining weapon XP for the weapon that you've got in your hands. Now, you need to be AFK, so not moving, for a minimum of 58 minutes. I don't know why it's so specific, but if you are here for at least 58 minutes, you're going to reap the rewards of this weapon XP. But you can leave this running for longer, and the more hours you leave it, the more it's guaranteed that your weapon will be max rank at the end. But when you are ready to come back and finish, you want to go ahead and pick up that last radioactive object and clear that area, and then go ahead and exfil. As you can see, for my time, it was 73 minutes, so that was an hour and 13, and my game crashed. That seems to happen quite often when you try these tricks, but I did this with the MX9, which I haven't used yet in multiplayer, so it was level 1. I go back on the game, I go to my classes, and the MX9 is now level 13. So I gained about 13 weapon levels in an hour, which isn't bad at all. Big shout out to YouTuber B-Man, who I believe was the person who discovered this trick. Now, the final method is very similar to what we showed you in low profile, but this is how to do it on many other weapons in Mount Zaya, which we showed you earlier with the revive trick. There are plenty of weapons on this bench, so you can rank them up by being AFK. And again, massive shout out to B-Man for finding this as well. Here, I'm going to rank up the Lachman 556, and I'll show you at the end how many ranks I got it up, especially considering the fact I don't even have this unlocked to use in multiplayer yet. The way to do this method is you want to play through the first wave as you normally would and make your way onto the second wave. Play the second wave like you normally would until there are 4 enemies remaining with 1 close air support left. And they're all going to be in this helicopter flying around. And from here, you just want to go somewhere and again, leave the game running for a little bit. So I showed you here, I'm doing this at 3:02. I left the game for an hour. I came back, destroyed the chopper, and then I just ended the game. And if I go to my Lachman 556 here in assault rifles, you can see it's now level 18 of 20 and it's locked. So there's no way I could have used it inside of multiplayer and ranked it up because I don't have it unlocked yet. Yet it's nearly max rank, which is absolutely crazy. And yes, those last 3 methods are very, very newbie. And I would only advise doing them if you are really short of time or you are just not very good at multiplayer. There is a good chance that these might not work for very long. So let me know in the comments below if you've tried these methods and if they work for you still. And if it wasn't obvious enough, the only other method you can do to rank up quicker that I haven't shown in this video is to pop double weapon XP tokens. You can only get these from certain products such as Mountain Dew in the US. Some other promotional items for the game might also come with double XP and double weapon XP, so take a look. See if there's any physical products near you that come with double XP that you can use to help rank up quicker as well. That's every fast weapon XP method in Modern Warfare 2. If you found it useful, let me know below, and here's another video you can watch on your screen right now.